The emotions erupt and echo off the walls as 7 seniors say goodbye on a Saturday in Costa Mesa, California. The finale of the PacWest regular season on the VSN, presented by Farmers and Merchants Bank. Fasten your seatbelts and strap yourselves in. It is a rivalry renewed after a year-long wait as the Westmont Warriors and the Vanguard Lions clash once more. It is the 100th edition of these two sides squaring off, and it's all ready to tip off here in Costa Mesa, California. A weekend of rainy skies in Costa Mesa, California, and the final storm approaches. It's the 3-time defending champions in Azusa Pacific who come to town from the Canyon City, looking to wreak some havoc here in PacWest women's basketball. Clock on the dish to Madsen. Rolls her way to the cup, 2 to go, gets it to go! Oh my goodness, Sharon Madsen. I'll have what she's having. Gale immediately attacks into Larson, tries to jam, and throws it down. And picked up by Haney. 6:08 left to play. Pushed into Jones. Down Main Street, goes up strong, count it, and the foul. Trying to ride the wave of the crowd, but also ride the momentum with some composure. Into the corner for Boogie. Boogie Ujidagele is having a night. It's as tense as it gets, folks. Final 10 are on the way. CE drives in the lane and passes into Matosi. An extra feed, Madsen. Book it. It is Charlie Weber who stops the bleeding. Over to Teo, works his way baseline, extension with the right arm. Schwartz, sidestep triple. They need it, they got it. Micah Schwartz, a big three-pointer. Who comes up with the offensive board, but the Lions want to go quick here. Floated and thrown down, and the big man making an impact in a big way. And how about that? Your 6'8" man running the floor end-to-end, coast-to-coast, and throws it down with authority. Launched up towards Ujidagele. Works his way on Halpert, tries one off the window, and Ujidagele's got 23. Vanguard trying to trap another turnover. Inside, Teo off the window. Four-point game. Another turnover. 3-on-3 over to Turner. Waiting, passing, Teo working his way into the lane, flips one up and puts one in the hole. Anthony Teo's in double figures. The Lions have fought their way back, and it's a 2-point game.
And then was able to find a slip on the backside.
Oh, what a pass, what a dime, what a finish. Ball with Bryson Metz. Over to Schwartz. Run off the three-point line. Down to 7. Metz to tie it. He got it! Bryson Metz with a big bucket. 3 seconds left. Halpert heaves for the win. No good. Overtime on the way. Bryson Metz makes the difference. Biggest shot of the game. Biggest shot of his season. And Hallie C is going to bring it up.
Incredible. Who would have thought?
3-time defending champions have been swept in a PacWest series for the first time in 5 years. Vanguard did the job in the Canyon City. They come back to Costa Mesa, and they're going to... Tries the cross, tries the sauce, and sinks the finish. That was Jordan Hansen. She's guarding on the inside. That's scooped up by Taylor. Quick in transition. A one-woman wrecking crew. And she goes coast to coast. And at the 10-point game, the Huskies lead by double figures.
That was impressive.
Charging through, kicked out. Where? Wouldn't you know it?
How do you lose him in transition, Jay?
We're level at 63 apiece. A 17-2 run. Now it's a timeout. 26 points for Jackson Ware. Down low to Turner. The mismatch against Brown. Capo on the help. Out to Childs. Thinks about it. Jabbing, driving, kick out to Teo, catch and shoot. Cha-ching! 8 on the shot clock, crossing on Cisse. Looking for the outlet, brush through, Cisse all alone. Bryant giving chase, has the trailer. Cisse, pump fake, waits, and the big man gets Bryant off his feet. And it sends us into the media. 65-53, Vanguard up by 12. Down low, they work it to Tan.
Let the big man work right here.
9 of the shot clock, and smooth move.
Really smooth footwork right there. And I love the patience right there. Just told his guy to get out. He kept playing with the ball fake, made sure everyone stayed away, and then just go one-on-one down low with that beautiful baseline hook shot.
Here's Colin Albert, the kick out to Ware. Another one? Why not? And the big man's feeling it from behind the arc.
It's going to be key. If they can keep stretching Dominguez Hills defensively, that's going to open up attacking lanes for guys like Colin Albert to get downhill and continue to be a threat.
Jackson Ware out to a fast 6 points, but a quick response from Tan down low.
Simple high-low. You saw Coach Roberts, Coach Boom, switch up the defense a couple of possessions ago. They stayed in it right there, and that created another problem. Jared, is he hot?
Oh, heat check. And he's still got it going.
Got to start making some adjustments now with your Dominguez Hills. Be interested to see if they elect to go zone, and maybe that will induce Purdue Northwest into putting the big man back low. But the Toros answer right back.
A response from Jordan Hillstock. He had 6 points against Seattle Pacific, but was 2 for 7 from deep. That's going to change here today. Spinning off, that's Albert, and gets it to go off glass.
It's an encouraging sign for Purdue Northwest, the fact that they have those two guys getting going. Your interior presence, the 5-man, as well as Albert. Really good job so far offensively for a team that struggled, especially in the second half against Westcliff.
Cheatham's waiting. Tan receives it and isn't going to wait for the screen. Goes at it with the right hand and gets a friendly roll off the rim.
Yeah, Datalian Brown, he's really got to take that charge right there. Had a beautiful setup. The man on the ball actually induced him right into that baseline. Oh, speaking of inducing baseline.
See you later. That was Jalen Nelson who saw the opening, saw the gap, and guides Purdue Northwest within one. There's the media, 17-16. Cal State Dominguez Hill in front. At the nail is Heimberger. Handing over to Sayoc, gave her way too much room, did Vanguard, and she makes him pay. And I'll tell you right now, that was the exact same story when these two teams faced off the first time. Sayoc had 14 points, all of which coming in the first half. She went 4 for 4 from downtown. Vanguard cannot afford to give her some leeway here in this first half.
Yeah, if Heimberger's a star, you know, the actual drink itself, the straw is definitely Sayoc. She is just as important for APU side. Tied for first in the conference in assists per game.
Up goes CE. That one rolls down off the rim, and Sayoc will bring it up. Lions trying to get set defensively.
Good switch there by CE, putting Matosian. That was a matchup in the first game where Matosian was really locked in on guarding Heimberger, although Matosian ended up fouling out with just a few seconds left in that one.
Kirkman flashing over to Heimberger. Low arcing dribble, 8 on the shot clock. Rolls inside, and a foul on the drive.
Yeah, that time Matosian just got caught with lazy feet right there where she was hopping too much instead of just having short, choppy feet. And that allows you to react a little bit better to somebody who's actually deceptively agile in someone like Heimberger.
Kelly Heimberger with 2 free throws on the way. PacWest Player of the Week for the 3rd time this season. 4th overall. She actually had defensive honors as well a couple of weeks back. Sinks the first. 2 for 2, 5-0 start here for the Cougars.
And I love this for APU, ensuring that Vanguard does not find any rhythm. You set your pressure early, and that's how big that first basket was for APU. They got to set their defense first.
Ball with Madsen. Scoff in the low roll. Takes a bump from Falcokia. Maybe wanted the call, but didn't get it. Here come APU. Heimberger. On the pass to Sayoc. C trying to fight through a screen. A couple of Lions tripping on the ankles, and Heimberger hits. And a timeout taken. An 8-0 start for the Cougars. Welcome back. Fast start for APU. as they are out to an 8-0 start here. And trying to reignite the press.
Around the rim, her mid-range is going, then her three ball opens up. For that to be her first shot attempt, I'm not necessarily loving.
Sayak will bring it up. APU entering 19-3, 13-2 in the conference. They've won their last 2 games via blowout after that defeat against Point Loma, which was another shot to their system. As Ariana Hudson's going to check on. But you know, JJ, when teams who have long streaks drop a game or two, you don't want to play them. The idea is, yes, they're vulnerable, but most times quite the opposite. Just kind of alleviates that pressure of being on a streak and to get right back in rhythm as Sayak strips the ball from Matosian. Here's Kirkman, fed out to Heimberger, waiting, and fire too strong. Rebounded by Scoff.
Yeah, to your point, Jared, you definitely don't want to play them directly after a loss, especially a team as good as APU has been historically, as Hudson cannot lift the lid off the basket for the Lions. And it's a refocusing for a team as good as APU because of the fact that they know that they're better than what they played because of what they've done over the last 3 to 4 years. As he got the steal and pitches. The Madsen finally a three-pointer goes, and Jaren has been struggling for Vanguard as of late. 8 for 24 in her last 4, which by her standards is not good.
And she's been streaky from behind the arc. Still good for a couple of three-pointers a game around her season average, but finding that groove has been tougher. There's a foul on the Scoff drive. Go against Kirkman. She'll pick up her first. So Emma Scoff will head to the line, of course, at the career night against APU. The first time these two teams played with 23 points. And finished out with a double-double. There's actually another line quite close to her who had a similar score line back in the day. Her mother, Sarah Herkenhoff, put up 21 points on APU at the Felix Center. Almost to this date. It's pretty wild.
Don't you love that?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure she's proud and watching as Scoff goes 2 for 2. Vanguard trying to chip into this lead. Down low, and Scoff on the late contest. It was Sydney Haney who just checked on.
You know, I'm intrigued for Vanguard going zone here, especially trapping. They're leaving, APU's leaving Heimberg at the top of the key because they know Vanguard likes to trap with those top 2 guards. And so you're vacating from Heimberger. So I'm really intrigued to see what the strategy is for Vanguard here early.
Another triple, and that one's true. And Sarah Matosian makes it a 2-point game.
Needed that from Matosian. She has been astronomical since that Biola game first semester. She's been 20 for 42 from downtown as Scott got a piece of that one. Almost 50% from 3 after her slow start to the campaign.
As Madsen loses the handle, Sarah Matosian coming off the 21 points against Westmont. That was the 6th time she's broken past the 20-point margin in her time with Vanguard. And to your point, was a season high 5 for 10 from downtown.
She came to play.
Oh yeah, she was feeling it.